Welcome to WhoDooTV.
I'm Hoosier.
And I'm Jared.
And today we are talking about the Southern original, Cannibal.
You are now watching WhoDooTV.
This book is published by Image Comics.
Yeah, it's written by Brian Buccellato, Jennifer Young, with art by Matthias Bergara. This is a totally interesting story. It takes place in the Florida Everglades with the people that are haunted by cannibals.
When I got this book, what attracted to me at first was this way it looks. It looks great. It is a good looking book. The colors, which the writer, Brian Buccellato, did the colors on this book. And so that's what initially grabbed my eye for this book, and then I was hooked from there.
It is very visually appealing, especially on the front. You see, it's a photo of pretty much all the characters in this book, and they're happy and they're smiling, yet the title is Cannibal, and it's very intriguing.
It is. And a lot of their single issue titles have this really good Jack Daniels, Jim Dean look to it, like a liquor bottle. It looks pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a great design, which is appropriate because a lot of the story centers around a family that owns a bar in the Everglades, the Hansen family. It's owned by Father Roy and two sons, Cash and Grady, that come and help run the shop.
This book starts off right away with some very good mystery behind it about what's going on in this town, because we learn about these people called cannibals that have been terrorizing the outskirts and have now made their way to the town.
Yeah, we have a busboy working at Roy's bar, taking out the trash, and he sees a guy and he's like, "Hey, can I help you?" And the guy's like, "Oh man, you shouldn't be out here.
Turn around and go.
You gotta go." And then he's like, "It's too late." And he tackles him and bites a chunk right out of him.
The patrons at this bar learn about this murder that just happened, and they initially go out on a search. And the sheriff is there saying, "No, you shouldn't. No, you shouldn't." And he basically tells them one thing and is encouraging another. And the town goes out looking for this kid. Why the Hansons do this search, they also have the son Cash. He goes to meet up with his girlfriend who is just getting off her shift at the strip club. And we learn that Cash really wants to tie her down. He wants to get married. And however, this timing is not so great as Jolene goes missing on a trip the next morning to go see her granny.
So now we have a freaked out Cash trying to figure out what the heck is going on with this epidemic of cannibals going around. Was she eaten? Was she picked up? Was it a human crime? And he starts following all these threads, going to ex-boyfriends, to the stalker at the strip club, trying to figure out who the heck took her, where she is, and he almost denies the idea that it could be a possible cannibal act.
And nothing's gonna stop him. The sheriff pretty much tries to stop him, the family tries to stop him, and he keeps going and going until he goes to beat up somebody, gets arrested, and he goes on through this journey that to find his girlfriend. And meanwhile, his brother's trying to help, and a number of people are all trying to get behind us and help figure out this mystery.
So the older brother, Grady, he's got a friend named Danny. Danny and Grady work on a fishing boat, and in the off-season they come to work at the bar. But Danny seems to be on the run a little bit.
We learned that his wife went missing after he had just seen her, and they aren't sure if he is sick or if he had killed her or what happened to his ex-wife, his son's mother, and it leads another mystery onto this story.
We even see a couple pages that during a point of view where a fisherman is clubbed over the head and dragged into a trunk of a car and driven around for whatever purposes the attacker has for this guy. So it just keeps adding on more and more, and you're not sure reading this whether it's cannibals, whether it's just people who have vendettas, whether it's just life in the Everglades that is causing all this issue.
I really like how they have this illness, and they're not quite zombies. They have functional, they can talk, they can think, and just like the character we saw in the very first issue, who tells the guy to go away, and then he bites him and eats him and kills him. It's not quite the zombie virus that's been the flavor of the month with The Walking Dead and whatnot. It's something a little different, and it's really got me eager to read some more of this book.
And I agree. what I really like about this book is that the illness, the cannibalism, the meat eaters of these people, it's not heavy-handed in this either. It's almost like another force of nature that these people have to deal with in this. And it's not like every corner they turn there's a cannibal there. It's more like, is this an option for these missing people? You know, it's just another part of this, and I appreciate how much it's a part of the story, and yet it feels like it's subtle in a way.
From top to bottom with this book, with the art, with the writing, with the colors, I loved it. I am going to be giving this book a 4.5. It has been great, and I'm excited for what's to come with it.
Yeah, I think there were a couple things with the coloring that I had trouble with, and when characters are further away, there's less detail on them. So just a few things, but other than that, the story's great. I really want to read more. I think I'm going to continue just maybe picking up the trades on this, but it's definitely worth the read. I'm going to give this a 4.5 as well. I think it's an excellent story and really well written.
Mm-hmm. Pick up this trade, $9.99, first issue, image like normal. Solid, take a look at it. This book takes place at the Hanson's restaurant called the Hogs River Bar and Grill. It's kind of like Cheers, except you might be eating there.
I'll close my tab now. Thank you.
Hey, if you like this video, be sure to hit the like button below.
There's also that subscribe button down there too. Make sure you punch that. We'd appreciate it. Follow us at Twitter at WhoDooTV, also on Facebook.
Yeah, and we'd like to thank our friends over at OutrightGeekery.com. Be sure to check them out. They got all sorts of nerdy stuff on there.
Links down in the description. Thank you for watching WhoDooTV. We appreciate you guys.